Hello and welcome! This is Mouse Gunner, and we're back with some more Prison Architect. And we're getting close to some intake here. And very close to finishing off these cells. Really just have to get water pumped in here. Oh. And it helps if you actually connect the pipe to get the water pump. Okay. And I don't know if I ever put in the drains for the shower over here. So we'll go ahead and do that. And then we have to put in the shower heads themselves, so I might as well work on that. First, I'd like to install the sprinkler system into the cells that we already have installed, and then we'll switch to shower heads. And we'll do this much like we've done on the other cell blocks. Just spacing them out a little bit so we don't have people on top of each other. Alright. Alright, so what grants do I have? I have long-term investment, cell block C, which we're going to have to construct another cell block to be able to do that one. Alright. And I'm also going to have to set up the exercise equipment in the yard. And I'm starting to think that it would be a good idea here to put phone booths into the yard as well. So I'll put a few there and a few there. We'll flip that around. We'll put 2 on this side. And then I want weight benches. Kind of hard to see which way is the right way around, but put them up against this fence here. And similarly, do the same thing over here. And then phones, I will put along the opposite wall here. Huh. Oh, there's a tree stump there. All right. I'll pretend like I did put a phone there. There we go. And we'll see about this stump. Yeah, nothing I can do here, unfortunately. The other way, I don't really know. Maybe they just get automatically taken out at some point on their own. Wow, these guys are... The metal detectors are doing their job. Speaking of metal detectors... Oh, I missed a spot over here. Let's get that fixed. Is there anywhere else that... Yeah, we missed here, too. There's that tree stump. Alright. The solitary cells are going to start getting full unless I get another solitary area. Where would I do that if I did it? I could build it right here in this area. Yeah, that might work. I mean, the cells don't have to be that big. I'll do planning, though, just to make sure we have the structure how we would like it. Oh. I guess the wall was supposed to be here, and it didn't end up being there. And this is supposed to be the mail room, and then we have... I remember what this room was supposed to be. It's been a little while since I've played last. So let's just take a look at the rooms and what rooms we have left. So... I'm fairly certain we wanted a mail room and a library. I'm just trying to think here, planning-wise. Well, first things first, let's get rid of this wall, because it's clearly not going to be there. Alright, with that being said, what would I have wanted to put here? Obviously, I'm assuming this is the mailroom. And if it was the mailroom, what do we need in the mailroom? So let's grab that. We'll just make the room a mailroom. Okay. Now that that's done, we need sorting desk and table. So this was probably supposed to be the table here. And then we have the sorting desks. Alright, so go ahead and erase that. So if we have a table, which is actually 4, we could put 2 tables in, like that. And then we have the sorting desks. Yeah, okay, that will work. So let me grab the objects. We need sorting desk, which is that big. And then we need some tables. There we go. Okay. There's the mailroom. And I'm assuming this is going to be the library I think I was going for. So, let's see. Library. Under rooms. Which is here. I also need a parole I'm noticing here. How big does parole have to be? It has to be 5 by 5. We might want to put that in here. Could I get a 5 by 5 if I did that? Well, I'll have to check here in a second. But for now, let's do the library. So it's going to be there and there. And what do we need in the library? We need library shelves and sorting desks. Okay, so let's see how big the shelves are. So, okay. Library shelf. Okay, so we could fit it in here, or I could do like that. All right, and then the sorting desk itself is about the same size, it looks like. So we put one there, another one there. There we go. So we've got 4 sorting desks. And then we have the library shelves, which go like that. Okay. Well, that's looking like a good library. Well, it's probably also going to want chairs, so we'll grab some of those. And then we'll get some chairs for these sorting desks. Okay. Hopefully that will do it. And then parole. Okay, so planning. If I were to do that, and we get rid of this wall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we could do that. And this would still be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, perfect. So I guess we'll do parole here. I could still do solitary behind it over here, so it's not a total waste of space, and this does give room for people to move through if they need to get in between the fence. I might even put a path here. Okay. So go ahead and go to foundations, concrete, and we'll build it like so. Okay. And we need an entrance. This is going to be parole, so we don't need anything fancy for the entrance. Just a normal door will do. And we'll put it right there. Okay. Oh, and I need metal detectors up here. So let's get on that. Put some there, there, some there. And I also would like one going into the library, I think. Okay. I think that will work. So why don't we speed up time and wait for the construction to finish. Alright, so we got the shower heads installed. I just need utilities now. Let's grab the pipe and transfer it through. Alright. And so I don't forget, I'm just going to go ahead and preemptively make this a shower. It's not going to be legal because the... Oh, actually, it does count as legal, but the water isn't actually hooked up. Alright, we're going to need a lot more cameras, too. I don't have them installed yet, but that's okay. So far, so good. And once the library and mailroom get finished, we can go ahead and assign jobs to those two locations. And, oh, you know what? I was going to do programs, so why don't I take a look at the programs. First things first, I'm going to need one of these. I'm going to need foundation education. And I'm also going to do an alcoholics group. All right, so either behavioral therapy or alcoholics therapy. And seeing how there's more in the queue here, I'm tempted to do this instead. So we'll go ahead and start that. All right, so let's go ahead and edit the schedule. So we have foundation education, and we have kitchen safety. Oh, okay, so common room would be where the... Oh, we don't have an alcoholics group. Oh, it would be an office. Okay, never mind about the behavioral. So we're going to actually cancel that. Stop. Edit. And we'll do the alcoholics instead. So alcoholics, start. Okay. Then we want to go to edit schedule. All right, so we're going to have to double up here because of the different work schedules, but that should do everything. And we'll see what the money's like, what the money situation is like after this program. So it looks like we're not doing too bad. I also need a manufacturing facility at some point. All right, so let's go ahead and do the planning for another solitary area. So it would come off of here. I don't know if I want it to... We'll draw it out as big as we can make it for now. And we'll see how much room we actually need. So, if we had an entrance, let's say it was roughly in the middle. So, we've got 8 and 8. So, if we go to 9 and 9. Okay, so this would be the middle. Okay. Easy enough. And let's say that was the middle. And we wanted to have as many solitary cells as we can. And solitary cells only need to be about 2 big. So we only need 3 long walls. So 3 long walls would look like that. And if we did another 3 long wall, well, that's unfortunate. So we don't have enough room to do 2 lengths like that. So what I could do instead is, let's say we have, that's a 3 long wall. Okay, so we do like this, and we just keep doing it. As a matter of fact, let's see how we can do this to maximize space. So continue across. See if we can get as many of these in here as possible. All right, so we've got one that's a little bit odd. So what I'm going to do, just cut that off. And do that. All right, so this is going to be that. And then we'll cut this off. And we'll do it so we've got a 2 wide hall. So come across, and then we have to figure out where the middle is again, which is right here. Okay. So this is going to be our pathway to the solitary area. So this is parole. At least I think it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, they have a little bit extra space for parole. All right, let's get rid of the walls that we don't necessarily need plan for. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and build the foundation for this. And we need the large jail door right there. Okay, so this is going to be our new solitary area when it gets done. All right, and then I need rooms, parole. Where's parole? There it is. Put that in there, and then we need a visitor table. Okay, that's easy enough. Visitor table. And I doubt I can fit in 2, but if I can, that'd actually be good because I might be able to do more than one parole hearing at once. So we'll do that. And then once that gets situated, we'll be able to start parole hearings, which is actually a good thing. So we'll make these high priorities. At least I think I did. All right, well, I tried to make it a high priority. And we need to hook up power to the metal detectors. All right. All right, so I have 8 prisoners set up for intake. I may end up having to turn that off because I don't know if we're going to be able to get some of this construction done in time. Oh, I didn't finish the walls here. Well, that would explain a lot of that. Now, we're doing okay on money, but it could be better. All right. So let's take a look at grants here. So reform through education or prison manufacturing. I'm going to go with the reform through education because we have everything we need for this. I just need to get the people through the education. So we'll just go ahead and take this. This gives us a bunch of upfront money anyway. And eventually we'll get the long-term investment complete. It's only 30 hours away. And so let's see we're working on. We just don't have quite what we need. So we'll do this one. Okay. And this spreads our population out a little bit more now that we have several yard areas. And I probably could hire a couple more guards, maybe. So we'll do that. As a matter of fact, I need to deploy guards, so we'll put 2 here and 2 here, and then staff, guards, 1. Oops, that's a gardener. 1 and 2. Matter of fact, I'll let it go, but I didn't mean to hire a gardener. Okay. Now, I'm not sure if there's anywhere that I need to put a guard that need to change, but for now we're okay. And I guess I should start. All right, materials. Get these built. Alright. And then let's start getting the things in the cells, because we have the walls up. Well, most of the walls up anyway. And then we need beds. There's going to come a time where I'm tempted to make dormitories again, just to get max capacity, but I'm not going to do that just because I think it would lead to more deaths than I already have. But I'm definitely tempted to do it. Okay, now the toilets. Alright. Well, I'm tired of seeing this big to-do list, so we'll just put that away. People getting caught. All kinds of things that they shouldn't have. So we must have finished that one weapon grant that I did. Which is good, I guess. But cash is starting to run low for sure. Alright, now that the parole is done, I'm going to go ahead and start a program for that. Because you actually have to set it up, I believe. Parole hearing start. And let's go into the schedule. Alright, so this is the problem with the parole hearing, is it's... Oh, you know what? I don't think it actually matters when it is. So that we're fine with. And... Alright, so we have the parole done. Alright. Okay, so we have all the programs going that I feel like we can manage right now. And I'm going to make the priority to work on this before I get solitary up, but I don't know. I guess I can do that. It doesn't really matter either way. We're going to need drains so they don't flood the area. We're going to need toilets so they can go to the bathroom somewhere. And then I also would like sprinklers so they don't light themselves on fire. And speaking of sprinklers, I might as well put that in the cells as well. Ooh. Suspected tunnel, okay. Well, I don't know where that would be coming from. As a matter of fact, I doubt that one, too. So far, all of our tunnels have been false alarms. Okay, another thing I'd like to do is deploy 2 guards here. So, we have vision on this area. And then over here, all that's left is the solitary doors themselves. I wonder if we give them chairs, if that would actually help a little bit here. You know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to put chair there, chair there, chair there, and chair there. I have a feeling that would probably make them less tired to have somewhere to sit. Okay, there's the education going on. Our metal detectors are doing fantastic work. Oh, and jobs. Let's go to logistics. We've got 4 jobs there, and we've got 6 jobs here. And we need to hook up power to this metal detector. That's kind of a waste to do it that way, but... Okay, so now we need utilities. Water. I don't know a better way to do this, so I'm just going to do it like that. And then we'll go across like this. Okay, so really all that I feel like is left out of all of the infrastructure stuff that we need would be... And this is a pathway that people are using a lot, so I am going to put in concrete tiles here. I would prefer that the inmates didn't go up and down here because it's a little bit tight, but we're going to go ahead and allow for it. I mean, they're going to do it anyway, so... I could fence it off if it was something I was actually concerned about. But we'll just have to see. Alright, so the last thing I was saying is we need a workshop. So let's take a look at the workshop. If I remember correctly, you can't reorient the different tools in the workshop, so they're going to have to be whatever direction they're in. Alright, so workshop, workshop, workshop. Not even sure what color it would be. I would assume it would be yellow. But I am not... Oh, there it is. Okay, so we need 5x5, and we need a saw, a press, and a table. Alright, well, we know what dimensions the table are. Let's take a look at the other tools. So, one was a saw. Okay, workshop saw. Okay, that looks like it is 3 long, but it's hard to tell if it's 2 wide or not. I'm going to assume it's not. Just 3 long. Okay, so 3 long. I'm going to assume the press is the same thing. So let's see. Press. Workshop press is also 3. Okay, so with that in mind, if we grab planning here, we know we need 5x5, so I prefer this not to be right on top. So, I mean, that should be big enough, but that would be 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I'm an idiot. Okay. Actually, it needs to be... Alright, so that's the minimum size. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, whatever. Math is hard, I guess. But if we did that, let's get objects. So we get 1, 2, 3. But I'm going to probably need space for them to work. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I'd only be able to fit 3 things in, and then I have to fit in a table, right? So, not ideal. What I'd like is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And maybe what we do is we grab the walls, we cut this off, we make it like that, and then we make it longer out this way. So, let's just say something like that for now. And then go back to objects and we say 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then I could even maybe cut the wall back and do it one more. Yeah, let's do that. So we'll go walls like that. Oops. Okay. And then we have objects 1, 2, 3. And then we have the table 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that works perfectly. So we can put a few tables in there. Probably put the door there. Yeah, okay. So just, whoop, there's the tables. Okay, so there's our workshop. And happy with that. And then we'll maybe put another door here. And we'll bring this path along this way. Yeah, okay, I like that. So... Alright, so these things are mostly done. We do have an issue here with utilities because I probably didn't draw it out far enough. Okay, so now we need... how many hours do we have before the intake? 5. Alright, I think that's not likely... Oh, what happened? We have cells not being legal. What's going on? Oh, I uninstalled toilets. Because I was looking for a... I remember, because I was looking for a tunnel that, again, is a false alarm. Okay. I am going to turn that intake off, I think. I'm going to turn it down to 1 because we do have one space for 1. Okay, now we need objects. Normal jail door. I mean, maybe that's a mistake. Maybe I'll be able to finish off a bunch of these cells before the inmates got here, because it is 5 hours. But considering how much other stuff is going on right now, I just don't feel confident we'll be able to manage it. Okay, and I guess I can go ahead and start the foundation for the workshop. So we'll just do that. And then materials, get concrete tiles. And just come out. And come out to there. There we go. And then we'll do another path through here. Okay. And I do need finishing on the parole room, so let's get this and say marble tiles for the parole room. All right. Starting to lose our daily cash flow, that's for sure. We need to get these toilets in the cells. All right. Do I do the taser rollout? I mean, I'm starting to run kind of short on money, and the taser rollout thing will probably cost me money. But you know what? There's no problem in me researching it, I think. Okay, we got a tunnel there. I mean, that's possible, but I doubt it. So, I'm just going to ignore it for now. Alright, there we go. Installation of the toilets. Ooh, entrance. I'm going to go ahead with just a normal door, I guess. I'm eventually going to have to do a pathway here, so I might as well do that now. They finished that quickly. Okay, so this area is pretty much finished. So let's grab the... You know, it looks like they did get the cells ready in time, so... What is our capacity at now? Well, nothing, because I haven't done the rooms. Let's grab cells. Just do this. And this. And that should be all legal. There we go. And now we have 96. So we need... Let's see... 17, I think? I think that's right. Yeah, that should be right. Alright, so the other thing I need is solitary doors. Solitary doors. Okay. Alright, well, money is still looking tight. We're running out of grants. And I'm probably not going to have enough money to do another cell block. So... we're just going to have to be patient, I guess. So we get the next intake and see what kind of money we have to work with. And I'm just going to go ahead and preemptively make these solitary rooms. Alright, so parole hearings are going on. And I'm probably going to want to hire more guards when these guys show up. I'll do maybe 5 more guards. All right, I'm going to see what's going on with their needs. Hygiene. All right, well, that's being taken care of because they're showering. Clothing is fine. Literacy is kind of down, but we have to just have the libraries do their thing. Yeah, shouldn't be too bad. I could extend, like, regime-wise work periods. Oop. Okay, another suspected tunnel. All right, well, I could dismantle a couple toilets. See if they're there. And then also say search cell. Search cell. And the workshop is definitely going to need metal detectors, so let's go ahead and grab that. Oh, and this is actually a good point to put a cut in the video, too. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. This is Mouse Gunner, signing out.